Bounty hunters come to their profession by many routes. Some are drawn to the life by the promise of creds or cracking skulls. Others are driven to it by exile, debts, or a thirst for revenge. Then there are men like Apollos Cage, who were destined for it from the moment of their birth. Coming up through the ranks of House Orlok, Apollos was a Sump Dogs prospect with a talent for mayhem. Out on the spider points of the Palatine cluster, the young Orlok made a name for himself taking convoys and seeing off scavies, often only with his fists. Apollos might have had a future with the Orloks if he could have learned how to follow orders, but it was not to be. After a failed leadership challenge against Rocky for the control of the Sump Dogs, Apollos decided it was time to go freelance. Apollos Cage is a real hard case. Who can take a beating and keep on coming, more than a few marks, have thought that they had Apollos dead to rights, only to find the big man's bolter pressed against their temple moments later. It is this reputation that makes him popular with the guilders, especially when it comes to executing troublesome contracts out in the bad zones. Apollos doesn't scare easy, and will take jobs many other bounty hunters won't. Of course, despite the creds, he's made working for the guilders and gangs. All the fun he's had along the way. Apollos still holds a grudge against the Sump Dogs and House Orlok. It's a grudge that won't go away, probably until he gets his chance for a rematch with his old gang leader. Hello and welcome back to Wellywood Wargaming. My name is Damon, and in this video we're going to be talking about an ex-Orlok badman, Apollos Cage. In this series I'm going to be going into every single hired gun, dramatis personae, hive scum, bounty hunter and hanger-on in the entirety of Necromunda. Of course, this list is ever growing, and this is going to take me a long time to get through it, but this is number 3 in the series so far. Long may it continue, but I do need your support, so please do like, share, subscribe, and check out my Patreon as well if you'd like to support the channel even further. Keep me doing what I love most. But anyway, let's have a look at the actual character Apollos Cage in the game. Now, there is a lovely Forge World model pictured here. For this guy, I own this model and I've used him in games as well. So we're going to look at how this guy actually is in the game, whether he's good, whether he's bad, if he's worth taking. Yeah, we'll get straight into it now, I suppose. So the stats here are pretty good. We've got a movement of 5, which is average. We've got a weapon skill 4, average again, and a ballistic skill of 3+. So similar to your Orlok sort of road sergeants, I suppose. He's also got strength 3, but a toughness of 4, which is above average. Pretty good there. Also wounds 3, so the same as a road captain there, with an excellent amount of wounds. Initiative 2+, which is fantastic just for an ordinary dude. 2 attacks, and his mental stats are leadership 7, cool 7, willpower 6, and intelligence 7. So pretty good on those as well. The skills that are baked into this guy, he does come with hip shooting and true grit. True grit is an excellent ferocity skill that, decreases the amount of damage that you take. Hip shooting means that you can run and gun. So with anything, with basic weapons and pistols and whatnot, and special weapons in fact too, you can run and gun, which means that you can move 10 inches and shoot at a -1 to hit penalty, which is pretty good when your ballistic skill is 3+. Bear in mind short range and things like that, so you've got negatives and positives modifiers that you can use there too. But pretty good set of skills there, only 2 of them though. Now the weapons that you get on this guy are excellent. We have an Enforcer bolt gun, which is like a bolt gun but better, with a 4-up ammo instead of a 6-up ammo. Same stats everywhere else, but damage 2, rapid fire, -1 AP. Very nice indeed. We've also got a shotgun with solid scatter and executioner rounds as well. So lots and lots of choice here. If you do run out of that bolt gun ammo, then you've got the solid scatter and executioner rounds on the shotgun there. We've also got a knife and frag grenades. So this guy is tooled up. He has got all the gear and quite a bit of the idea. We've also got mesh armor, photo goggles, and a respirator as well. So we've got excellent eyesight in dark conditions and seeing through smoke, things like that. Respirator helps against gases and toxins, things like that. And then we've got a 5-up armor save there with the mesh armor. This guy can be found in the Book of Peril, which is still a really, really good book, by the way. I think the Book of Peril is one of my favorite ones, if not my favorite one. And he's 305 credits to hire, which is quite a lot of money, quite a lot of creds in the game, depending on how you're using these guys. If you're just hiring for one game, that's going to be you're going to be hard pressed to find the credits to do that, certainly early on or mid in a campaign. But if you can find the way to hire him, he's excellent. I've used him in games. He's really, really good. He's incredibly tough with True Grit and 3 wounds. And yeah, just really fun to use. Lovely, lovely model, as you can see. I think I've actually converted mine. Did I convert mine? I'm not sure. Giving him a different head or something like that. But really, really nice model to paint. Lots of detail on there as well. And that's really it for Apollos Cage. In terms of his tiering, I would say that he's in tier 2 or the upper tier 2. So he's pretty good. He's definitely one of the better bounty hunters in the game, I would say, mainly just because he comes with some excellent skills, some pretty solid stats, and some good weapons there as well. Anyway, that's enough for Apollos Cage. That's me, over and out.